We posted that on our Twitter feed and our Facebook page here at WLS. So we're looking for great, hey, I'm going to be late on Monday excuses. You get them in order today. Of course, you don't tell your boss today you're going to be late on Monday, but you put them in the pocket, and then you might roll them out on Monday. Jen DeSalvo is watching the Twitter feeds for us. Jen, are you available now? I can't see you there. I have to bring in the rear view mirror. Jen DeSalvo, a couple of folks have tweeted in good excuses for Monday morning. Do you have those handy?
We have a good one. David from Indiana said a very good snowstorm. And what we're actually seeing is Sunday, it looks like we're supposed to get up to 6 inches of snow.
Lake effect.
Yeah, and then Indiana getting more than that. So we might have a legit excuse on Monday morning of why we can't get into work.
Please double check with Ray on that, would you please?
I will.
We welcome to 89 WLS Barbara Meyer. She is a psychic entertainer. She's been in business since 1989. You've seen her on CNN around town. She's performed for a lot of corporations, including Ameritech. Let's see, the Standard Club. She's done shows there, the East Bank Club. Have you worked for McDonald's?
Yeah, years ago I worked at Hamburger U.
Did you ever see, in the future, based on your psychic talents, did you ever see that the CEO was going to get whacked this week?
No, didn't see that one coming at all.
When we talk about the Super Bowl, do you need your tarot cards? Do you need my palm or Jen's palm or John's palm? That's probably not necessary, I wouldn't think.
Well, I did bring tarot cards, so we can look at those.
Not that any of us, I'm sorry to interrupt, not that any of us gamble on the game, but just right here, who do you see winning this game, and with or without the points, please?
Well, entertainment only. Last week when I made a prediction, I saw the Seahawks. That was before Deflategate. So let's see. Seahawks versus the other. I still think it's the Seahawks.
Bye. This is more important, frankly.
Oh, dear gosh. This is the part that was so hard for me to do before, but I'm going to lay out another card here. It's very difficult to tell.
Seahawks bye. What are you feeling?
See, and that's the thing. They were laughing at me because I said 19. I said 23 to 19 before. And they were laughing at me because I guess apparently 19 is an impossible score to get in football.
It's tough. It's tough to get there. But see, that doesn't matter when you factor in the what we call the spread. So really, I need to kind of dial you down on this, Barbara Meyer, as to what do you... How much?
12 to 16 then maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like it's a close point spread.
Mm-hmm.
About 5 to 6 points apart. And exactly what the score will be, you know, I'm terrible. I'm really, really bad at saying, here's, because I don't believe this is what the future will be. It's still for you to create. It's still for them to, there's so many factors.
When did you first realize you had this unique gift to be able to look into the future and predict people's lifestyle choices, whether they work out or they'd be a happy ending or a sad ending? Was this from childhood you've had this talent?
Well, I think everybody has a little talent for being able to say, a little intuition talent at least. I always say that it's like some people, after years of, you know, anybody can pick out, say, chopsticks on a piano. But after years of practice and a little bit of extra talent, they can become great concert pianists. I play ragtime. In other words, I keep it light and fun. But I truly do believe the future is still theirs to create. So we'll see. The game depends.
I can tell when it's going to rain, but that's because of arthritis.
Yeah, that's true.
Psychic talent. Other important things for some of us who play the game in various ways that we need to know. What company do you see, and we're talking here with Barbara Meyer, she is a professional psychic performer. What do you see as the first Super Bowl commercial?
What do I see as the first
I mean, what
Super
company?
Bowl?
That's one of the prop bets. Not that I bet on the game, but I have to get this down to Bridgeport by noon.
The thought that just came into my head is McDonald's again.
Okay.
And probably because we were talking about it before. I know GoDaddy just pulled theirs.
Pulled that puppy out,
I'm
sure.
glad they did. But
why?
Oh, come on. I just was kind of mean-minded. But on the other hand,
nothing happens to the puppy, you
no,
realize.
nothing happens to the puppy. It was still just kind of greedy.
Did you see that cat that was buried alive for 5 days actually was alive? Did you know this before the news broke, that the miracle cat was in fact going to survive? How do things come to you? Do you have to think about it, or do they just pop in?
No, I usually look at the cards. I try to avoid saying it's something that comes direct to me. Mm-hmm. I like to have something between me and the rest of the universe, so I use the cards.
Barbara Meyer is here. She's a professional psychic performer. Why aren't you rich? I think Art would like to speak to this. Art, go ahead, sir.
Hey, good morning. My squares in front of me. Am I going to win? And can I get the Powerball numbers for
I keep trying to get this. I've actually worked casinos, and they ask sometimes, will I win a jackpot or something? And the answer is, I have no clue. A lot of that stuff, the big issue is they're completely random until the ball, for instance, in the Powerball jackpot, until the ball is actually dropping. It's so completely random, not even I can intuit what might come up.
Barbara
So I'm
Meyer,
sorry.
there was some Canadian schlub who missed out on winning $27 million. That's Canadian dollars, but not worth it in our pockets. But he missed out on $27 million because his lottery ticket was printed 7 seconds too late. He went in, close to midnight, and the first lottery ticket popped out. Numbers were no good. Second lottery ticket popped out, but it was time coded the next day. Would you have been able to see that coming as a professional psychic?
Would I have been able to see that coming?
Do you see death and destruction and
Doubt it.
apocalyptic moments? And can you stop bad things from happening to people?
I can't even stop them from happening to me. So, I mean, years ago I threw my back out and I missed a showcase a whole bunch of other entertainers and I were doing, and they all kept saying, couldn't you have seen this coming? You never see the one that gets you. So I don't think I could have seen any of that coming. And I have yet to hear somebody who actually says they saw, like 9/11, for instance, coming. I have a friend who laid out tarot cards. Afterward, he said that I saw a lot of confusion and destruction in the cards and didn't know what it meant, but nobody really can see exactly what's going to happen so they can avoid doing it.
Barbara, hang on a second. We'll talk more with you about some possibilities regarding gambling. Not that I'm
Please
fixated
don't.
on that,
I'm not going to I'm going to tell everybody, don't place a bet on me.
just a few other questions. If you have one for Barbara, you are most cordially welcome now at 312-591-8900. And still to come this morning regarding X's and O's in the big game, the Super Bowl. Rick Morrissey from the Chicago Sun-Times and the Godfather of Sports Talk Radio, Chet Kopic, will be here as well. It's John Howell, 89 WLS at 6:44.